The News Hour, we start in Yemen, where several people have been killed in an explosion in the southern city of Aden. The blast happened as members of Yemen's new unity government arrived at the airport. The ministers have all reportedly been transferred to safety. Yemen's Minister of Information is blaming the attack on the Iran-backed Houthi rebels, but they say they had nothing to do with it. Let's join Mohammed Al-Attab, who is our correspondent in the Yemeni capital. Sana, what more do we know about what seems to have happened and the circumstances around the blast?
Yes, according to my speak on to the sources on the ground, the media people there witnessed that the fall down of three missiles from outside of the airport. So a number of people have been killed and also others injured as a result of these attacks. The head of the parliament has called on the government, all the members of the government, to come to aid in order to send a strong message to those who try to sabotage the Riyadh's agreement, that this agreement would be implemented on the ground and that the government would return back despite of these attacks. The government people, the members of the government who have arrived to Aden have been transferred to a safe place. Also, the Minister of Information, Muammar al-Eryani, blamed the Houthis, while here the Houthis have condemned such attack on the airports. But according to experts or observers, they say that there is the fingerprints of the tools of the United Arab Emirates, who wants to keep the situation as it is, and that wants to continue its control of Aden and also the coastal line along with the Strait of Bab el-Manda, which is an important pathway for fuel ships. So we couldn't till now figure out who is responsible behind these attacks and what is the message that they want. As according in a number more than one occasion, the government tried to return back to Aden, but several attacks and confrontations have taken place. Hopefully this last agreement, which has been stricken by all the parties, would be implemented on the ground in order to put an end to the political vacuum in Aden and also in Yemen.
Mohammed Al-Attab in the capital, Sana'a. Thanks very much for the update. Well, let's take a closer look at Yemen's government. It was sworn in just a few days ago by President Abdul Rabbu Mansour Hadi as part of a power-sharing deal brokered by Saudi Arabia in 2019. Now, headed by the Prime Minister Ma'in Abdul Malik Said, the new government represents Yemen's northern and southern areas with equal numbers of members for each region. Its formation is the result of a compromise between the United Arab Emirates-backed separatists in the south, Transitional Council, and the Saudi-backed loyalists of President Hadi. Now, it's meant to end military clashes between those parties so they can fight as allies against the Houthi rebel movement.
Judiciary Chief Ibrahim Raisi says U.S. President Donald Trump is not immune to punishment for ordering the assassination of Qasem Soleimani. Raisi said Trump is the main suspect in this case, as he himself has confessed to the crime. He said U.S. officials should be accountable for their heinous crime. Raisi added that Iran's judiciary is following up on the case and that there are enough documents to pursue the matter. He was speaking at a meeting aimed at assessing the case of assassination of the top Iranian commander.
War drums. Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shai, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shai, Shemai, Yasha Allah, Yahweh, Allah Hayanawa, Yahweh, Akkad. All praise, honor, and glory to all power. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Peace, blessings, and safety to the elect of the nation of Israel. Revelation chapter 11 and verse 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. World War III is on the rise. World War III is brewing. Okay? You have, you saw the Yemeni, the new government of Yemen, or Yemen, was attacked. Okay? As soon as they're coming off the plane, they were attacked at the airport, okay, with a missile strike, an airstrike. So if you can't protect your airport, then basically the whole stability of your country is completely out of order. You know, that's a major security breach, all right? And the Lord is making it manifest to have this prophecy be fulfilled, okay? It says, Revelation 11 and 14, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. And you have other major players, such as Saudi Arabia, such as Iran, that are mixed up in this conflict, okay? Which Iran being Persia in the scriptures, you know. And like I said, Saudi Arabia, also the Ishmaelites. And these nations are all going to come together to fight against each other in World War III. Revelation 11 and 14, the second woe is past, talking about the Second World's War. And behold, the third woe cometh quickly. And behold, the third world's war cometh quickly. Joel 3, verse 2, it says, I also will gather all nations and bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. Yeah, because all of these nations have conspired to put the Israelites into captivity, okay, including the people of Yemen, all right? It says, yeah, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coast of Palestine? Will ye render me a recompense? And if ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head. Now we're going to jump down. Verse 9, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, talking about the natural Gentiles. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Okay, so these nations are preparing war. The scriptures say that they shall not regard their kings or princes, in the course of their actions shall stand in their power. They attacked the new government. This is a new government that's about to be set up, but they're not regarding this new government. They're not regarding their kings and princes. Okay, there were children there. You saw children running with their parents. It doesn't matter. The love of many shall wax cold. All right, and these missiles, these glittering swords were not made in vain. Okay, Joel 3 and 9, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war, wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hook into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together. Round about thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Let the heathen be awakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. So the Lord is going to judge all these nations in the valley of decision. That's what Jehoshaphat or Jehoshaphat means. It means Yahweh's judgment or Yahweh's decision. Okay, and the Lord is going to judge all the heathen there. And these weak nations that once didn't have these nuclear missiles and these capabilities and these, these smaller missiles, they now have them. The weak is saying, I am strong, pursuant to verse 10. It says, let the heathen be awakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Okay, and let's go to 2nd Ezra. So like it. The 15th chapter, because like I said, this is supposed to be a new government, but here it is, they're attacking the new government. Okay, so the people are not regarding their kings and princes, man, according to the prophecies. 2nd Ezra 15:15. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, which sedition is an uprising against an authority or government. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. You see? So the course of their actions is standing in their power. They have the ability to drop a missile at an airport on the new government in that region. Okay, and this is the power of Yahweh Shemel Shah that's doing these things. All right, whom the word ignorantly calls God in Jesus Christ. 2nd Ezra 15:16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Yeah, and the Lord, that sword of the Most High, is those missiles. You see that these battles are being fought with those missiles that are being shot from above. Okay, because the Lord said that this war will be with burning and fuel of fire. You know, this war is not gonna be, men with swords and shields and bucklers, and men on elephants and men on horses. This war is gonna be a high-tech war with burning and fuel of fire. Isaiah 34:1. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear and all that is therein, the world and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of Yahweh is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them, he hath delivered them to the slaughter. Because this battle of World War III is already fought, through the spirit. We're just living it out here in the physical realm. Isaiah 34:3. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. And all the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. The host of heaven is talking about Esau and his satellites and the things that he has in the upper atmosphere. It says, and all their hosts shall fall down as a leaf falleth from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. That's those missiles. Okay, and the heavens are the skies. It says, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, which Idumea is the Greek word for Edom. Okay, for the Edomites, so-called white man today. Isaiah 34:5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, and upon the people of my curse to judgment. All right, because the Lord, like I said, he's going to use these missiles to destroy these nations. And really these nations to destroy themselves. Isaiah 13:2. Isaiah 13:4. It says, the noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. Yahweh Shemel Shah mustereth the host of the battle. So all these little conflicts is the Lord mustering the host of the battle. Getting these nations ready and more pissed off and hating each other to the point that they're gonna drop nuclear bombs on each other. This is Matthew 24:7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. Verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences, and earthquakes in divers places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Right, and so these are the signs that Yahweh Shah told us about. And Yahweh Shah told us to look for these signs. And when we see these signs, to look up, because that means that his kingdom is near. And the fact that you have all these global conflicts, this is not a coincidence. This is not something that needs to be swept under the rug. All right, when you have a government of a nation being attacked within their own nation. 2nd Esdras 9:1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people, of the people in the world, then thou shalt well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. So now we understand that, look, these are the times that was written about, the prophetic times that was written about before the kingdom of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua will be established. Okay? And I'm going to go back to Isaiah 13, and then I'll probably just close out, because this don't have to be real long. I just wanted to show those clips. Isaiah 13 and 5. They come from a far country. This is talking about the missiles. They come from a far country. That's why they're called ICBM missiles, intercontinental ballistic missiles. He said they come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even Yahweh, and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. Right, the weapons of his indignation are those missiles. It says, verse 6, Howl ye, for the day of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt, and they shall be afraid. Pains and sorrows shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames. Behold, the day of Yahweh cometh, cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. Lord, when this was edifying to the elect of the nation of Israel, Brother Yaquam, Kwame Yasharala, Shalom.